Every now and again, something so cool comes along that it makes you wonder, why has no one thought about this before? Stick around and we'll get right to it. Hey, welcome back guys. Jason, KM4ACK. Today, I've got a really cool new piece of tech to show you guys, and I'm amazed that somebody hasn't thought of this before now. Now, credit goes to N0JLF for the invention of QRX. Exactly what is QRX? Well, I'm glad you asked, because QRX is one of the latest APRS bots. But it's not just any old bot. This one solves a real problem that we've always had with APRS. Now, if you're an APRS fan like I am, then you're probably already aware that in order for a message to get delivered to someone that you're sending it to, both of you have to be on air at the same time, and you have to be within range of a digipeater. Otherwise, that message just goes out into the void. If the recipient misses it while you're sending it, well, they can never retrieve that again. With QRX, however, that definitely gets flipped on its head. Once you register with the service, it will watch for messages sent to your specific call sign. And if it doesn't see you acknowledge that message, well, it's going to hold it for you, store that message, and then when it hears you beacon again, it's going to let you know that it's got stored messages, at which time you can pick those messages up and decide what you want to do with it. Let's go ahead and jump over to my phone and let me show you exactly how this works. All right, so as you can see, we're inside of APRS Droid. I'm going to go over to my messages, and I'm going to come down to QRX. Now, you'll see that I've been interacting with this quite a bit, but to get started, you're simply going to send REG to the QRX bot. So send it to QRX, and then put in the body of that message, REG. Once you've got that, you are set up and ready to go. Now, I want to test this today, so I'm going to go back and I'm actually going to stop tracking on this particular session for APRS. And I'm going to use the tablet in my truck. I've got the call sign over there set to my club call, which is K4 Fun. And we're going to send a message to KM4ACK-7. So I've just got it queued up. It says test QRX for video. I'm going to hit done and then go ahead and transmit that message out. And I'm going to wait just a couple of minutes. I'm going to let that transmit out at least twice just to make sure it gets picked up and read by the system. And then once we've done that, I'm going to go back to my phone and check for any messages that I might have missed while I was offline. And I want to show you the cool relay feature that I like to use from time to time. So let's see, it has gone out twice, so I'm going to go ahead and abort that transmission over there. Now let's go ahead and start tracking on the phone again. Let's make sure that we get a good track. Looks like it's connected, and I just beaconed out. Now, it will alert you when you beacon, but I have found that it doesn't necessarily alert you to your first beacon. So you might have to beacon several times before it picks up that you're back online, and it sends you a notice that you've got waiting messages. But at any time, you can always go to the QRX service and just request any messages that might be waiting. You simply do that by sending I to the service. So we'll go ahead and send that I now, and we'll see if we get a reply back indicating that we've got messages waiting. And obviously I didn't wait long enough before sending that. Let's give that another try. It does take it a few minutes for everything to get through the system. So it might not happen as quick as I want it to for making this video, but let's give it another shot and see if it will. Oh, I forgot to start tracking again on this system. There we go. Let's go back over. And let's see if it'll send that out now. There we go. It sent it out. I got an acknowledgement. Let's see if I get a message this time. Nope, still no message. Now, after you send that message, assuming the person is not online, QRX will respond to you if that person is registered. QRX will respond to you and let you know that the message has been stored. So even if they're not online, you should get some sort of an acknowledgement letting you know that that message has been, well, not delivered, but held for later delivery. Now, let's see if we can get that on the phone and get that delivered to us. I'll show you guys exactly what that looks like. Let me kill this message over here to make sure that we don't get it direct. So I'm going to abort that now that I know that it's been stored. So let's go back to QRX, and we're going to send it the letter I. And that should let us know that we have a waiting message. Oh, and I'm not tracking on this instance of APRS Droid. So we'll start tracking. Let's go back over here and give it just a second. It should send out that message. Well, I got some sort of an error here. What is it? It says it couldn't connect to my D74. Let's try that again. See if I can get that to connect this time. There we go. It connected. And let's make sure that that message has been sent. It has. And you can see right there the reply that we're getting back from the QRX service. And it tells me that I've got a new message from K4 Fun-9, one message waiting. Send RLY. R will let you read it. RLY will forward that to your station. So it'll look just like it came from that particular station, and it'll show up as a new message. Let me show you both of those. So first, I'm going to hit R so I can read the message right here in this QRX thread that I've got going. So we'll give that just a second, and it should send that message back to us. So it tells us that that's message 1 of 1 from K4 Fun-9, and you'll see the test QRX for video right there. Now, let's go ahead and forward that to ourselves so it's in a new message thread. And the reason you might want to do this is it makes it a little easier if you want to go ahead and reply to that station. You can just have its own thread going. So let's press that RLY or key in RLY, and let's go ahead and send that. And that should relay that message back to us. All right, and I hear that I've got a new message, so I'm going to go back out, and you'll see that K4 Fun-9 test QRX for video right there at the top. Now I can click into this and go ahead and respond to that particular station. Let's go back, though. Cut that radio down. Let's go back to the QRX thread, though, for a second, where we just typed in that RLY. Once you do that, you can hit D, and that will delete the current message that you're reading. So we should get a response here in just a second, letting us know that that message has been deleted. Now, at any time, if you type help, it will give you a list of all of the commands that are available in this service. We'll give that just a second here to come back, and you'll see that we get an entire list of stuff that we can use for this. Now, if you want to know anything about any one particular command, simply type help followed by the command. So let's say, let's put in W. What does the W command do? So we'll put help space W, and we'll go ahead and send that, and the service is going to respond to us with more information about what that W command is. And you'll see there that it says, show who sent you messages, grouped by call sign. So if you've got multiple different people that has sent you messages, it would let you know who all has sent you a message, and then you could start reading through those, deleting them, forwarding them, or relaying them on to yourself so that you could carry on that APRS thread with that particular person that had already sent you a message. So guys, I think this is really, really going to be a neat service. I'm already registered. If you want to try sending me a message, feel free. Keep in mind, you are limited to, the system will only store, I believe it's 20 messages. So if 40 of you send me a message at one given time and I'm not online, something is going to roll off and get bumped. But under normal circumstances, I haven't had any trouble with that 20 inbox limit, and I doubt you will either. Hopefully, you're going to go out and register for this service and let me know what your thoughts are about it. If you found today's information helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up before you head off. We will see you guys on the next one. Until then, 7-3.